everybody. So what makes a great office chair? Today we're going to talk about a proper fitting for a proper office chair. We're the FitHealth Pros. I am Coach Sean.
And I'm Dr. Kevin.
And we're going to talk about how sitting adds stress to the spine differently than standing, right? So which pressure at which points build what stress? So everybody's an individual. So we're looking for a well-fitted office chair which can minimize this. It can prevent fatigue. It can increase productivity.
Yeah, we want that.
So welcome office workers and managers who can possibly get better office chairs for the workers, and those working at home. Welcome.
Welcome, welcome. So what are we looking for in a good office chair? Well, the first thing is really going to be the ergonomics. So that's the key word here. So as a chiropractor, I have helped companies set up workstations for their employees. You go in and you make sure that they are set up for the best productivity, for the most comfort and the least stress to their bodies. So what does ergonomic setup mean? Well, it's specific for the individual. So everyone's different size, different shape, and we want to set that up. So let's start with the low back. So the lumbar support is important for the low back. So we want a chair that has that either built in, or if you're kind of makeshift in this, you can put a pillow or you can put a designed mobile lumbar support that you can take within the car or at the office. So regardless, you need to have that lumbar support. That keeps you from moving forward, backwards. You talked about that in another video as well. Once you have that support, you don't feel like you need to lean forward or lean backward too much. Also, side-to-side bending, it helps as well. The other thing, and this is an important one, because I think that most people with office chairs, well, not most, we're probably like 50-50, don't have this, and that is an armrest, and especially an adjustable armrest. So this is really key. If I think a lot of people think, well, the armrests are in my way. I can move the chair around quicker without the armrest.
Right.
Well, I don't know, you can scoot
side to
side. But you have adjustable armrests. That's going to take pressure off the neck, the shoulders. Some of these chairs, not only do the armrests go up and down, which almost all of them do that, but some of them will tilt in, they tilt out, they slide forward, they slide back. The more the better there. We can dial that in. I really encourage you, if you don't have the armrest, that you put those back on, and that's really going to change everything. So adjustability in a myriad of ways. We're talking about new school versus old school. Old school, well, geez, if we go old school, the chair was attached to the desk.
Exactly.
We're past that, right? No. But old school used to be just, let's get a task chair. It has 5 wheels on it, and it may go up and down. So new school, here we go. Seat height is adjustable. Well, for sure.
Yeah.
The other thing is tension control. So a lot of that's going to be how much the seat can just kind of rock back and forth. The tension control allows that real easy, or it locks it in.
Yeah. Keeps you in the spot.
The seat width. Now a lot of people, we'll talk about that here in a second. Actually, I'm gonna breeze by that one. Back angle. So not only is the seat moving back, but the back is going back as well. We talked about in another video, best back angle for reducing the low back pain is not 90 degrees, but 100 degrees.
Yeah.
Armrests, again, this adjustability is phenomenal, the better you can get it. The other thing, a pneumatic adjustment handle. If you've gone and looked at some of these crazy office chairs, they have all the adjustabilities. There's like 6 levers on one side, 3 on the other, and 2 knobs, and you don't know what to do with them.
Experiment a little bit.
Yeah, but it's cool. It's fun.
It's Frankenstein chair.
Go to one of these places and have at it. It's fun. But we think 5 to 8 adjustments. From the variation to the pressure, the pneumatic, the tilt. All of these things are going to add up, and if you think about it, you can get to 7 or 8 adjustments pretty easy. Okay. The other thing we want to look at is the width and the depth of the chair. So that is, the depth is changed by the back moving forward or back. And then the width of the chair, make sure that your armrests can go outside as well. Now, you can also shop for the proper chair size. So a lot of people don't know this. They think a task chair is a task chair or an office chair is an office chair. Obviously, these executive chairs are bigger and bigger and bigger,
Right.
but that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about a chair that's for use, and this is your tool. This is your number one tool. You're sitting in it more than any other chair during the day.
Right.
So make sure you get the right one for you and your size. You know, if you're petite, you don't want a big, huge seat. And
Right.
if you're,
Swimming in it.
yeah, if you're not petite, not only do you want to look for the right size, width and depth, but you want to look for the weight rating as well. And so if that weight rating, think about your weight sitting, but then also think about the weight as you sit into it and as you get out of it, because you're sitting down, and that may be 1.5 times the weight, you know.
Sure.
So look at that, because you want this chair to last, because when you start looking at all these things, you're going to spend a little more money on this, but you want it to last. So that's the width and the depth and some additional stuff too. Backrest, neutral curve, adjustable angle, and this is the one that's important. I feel that the top of the back should hit you about the shoulder blades or maybe just a little more. That proper curvature is about the same in most people. Now, if you have a really long spine, to have that adjustability up and down is real important. So a lot of chairs will split these into 2 pieces.
Sure.
And you can move that up and down. That is a really, really cool thing. When I was looking at office chairs, I was like, whoa, I didn't even know the back could do that. And they split that up, and it's like, you know, you go.
So much more comfortable.
Yeah.
And again, fits to the individual.
Right. So
That's what we're looking for.
You know, it's popping into my mind, the airlines. You know, how many do you fit into the airline chair just perfectly? They always have that swoopy back, and it never fits anybody.
It's always uncomfortable.
Yeah, but that's important because that's your spinal curve. That's the thing that takes the pressure off, prevents that low back pain, gives you more circulation, which is more energy, which is more productivity. So that's what we're looking for in a good office chair.
Yes.
What else?
Well, optimal needs. Now, what we're really looking for here is we want to minimize back pain. Now, we, again, had a video about this, proper way to sit for lower back pain. You want a chair
I'll tag it up there.
that oh, perfect. That's awesome. So you're looking for a chair that allows your feet to be flat on the floor. You want armrests to allow the shoulders to relax, take that pressure off and that stress out of your shoulders and your neck. Material, breathability. Now, there was a time where most of the office chairs that were coming out had leather seats. Well, leather traps heat. You need something that has a fabric that's a little more breathable than that. Padding. A lot of chairs now have the memory foam, so it doesn't break down over time as fast as some of the other padding from the past. Again, a fabric that can remain cool. So the anti-leather, the anti-pleather. Right. You want a chair that can swivel and roll, so less stress for reaching items. You also, of course, in that video that we were talking about, we talked about setting a primary workstation where things are close for you. If you have a swiveling and rolling chair, you can still get to all these and then some more easily. Some simple questions when you are looking to get your individualistic office chair, to ask yourself before, while you're doing research, to ask the person that is possibly fitting you for this office chair. Think about how often are you sitting in your chair daily. How important is it for you to get the perfect chair for extended sitting? What pressure do you feel on your spine when you sit and when you stand? Because they are 2 different pressures. What is your price point? Now, there are tons of office chairs out there. So if you want to spend a little, you can still get a decent chair. If you want to spend the mid, you can get a very good chair. You want to spend a lot, there are some companies out there that's all they think about is ergonomics. And you're going to pay a little bit more for that, but man, it can make a difference.
Right, yeah. So that's it, guys. We've been asked that question on what do you guys recommend for office chairs, and we think that this is a really great informative video. Hopefully you got a lot from it. If you did, smash that like button and subscribe, ring the bell.
Ding, ding,
We're
ding,
going to do
ding.
some more videos. Speaking of the next video coming up, kind of sticking with the same theme of office chairs,
Yeah.
we're going to talk about 5 alternatives to a traditional office chair.
Nice.
And some of you may already be using this.
Or at least have experimented in the past.
Yeah.
May have liked it, may not have liked it, but it gives you alternatives.
Yeah, so these are really great. So stick with us. Keep an eye out for that one. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed. I am Dr. Kevin,
I'm Coach Sean.
and we're the Fit Health Pros. We'll see you on the next one.
Thank you, folks.
How we set the chair up ergonomically. Let me start over.
Here we go.